What's up, guys? It's the Purposeful Trader, aka Travis Patton, and today I'm going to be going over three things you need to know before trading stocks, especially penny stocks. So let's roll right into it, guys. Bing. Actually, let's look a little bit closer at the thumbnail here. I mean, it looks amazing. Looks amazing. All right, next. All right, first step. First step is treat trading like a business. Business, business, business. Believe me or not, doesn't really matter. Your account will show if you treat it like a business or not. Because one thing that you need to know is when you're working for somebody else inside someone else's business, they always tell you to not only do the minimum, but they ask you to do more. Why is that? Because if you have more invested in your time, your effort, you understand the business in totality, and that way it will actually allow you to progress within the business. And if you can progress within the business, then that means you can make that business better. Same thing for trading. All right. First things first, learn the lingo. Learn how to speak trading, right? Learn what it means when somebody says VWAP is failing. VWAP is confirming. VWAP is staying in the consolidation place. So you got to understand what that means, right? And one great place to learn all of these things is the Purposeful Trading Academy, which I actually have, and I do one-on-one Zoom conference calls with you guys each and every week, which will also help me to help you guys be better traders. And that's the biggest thing when a lot of people don't understand the lingo. You don't even know. All you know is, oh, it's holding at a certain spot. Oh, it's falling right at the after it hit the new high, right? We call it a breakout, the breakdown, consolidation. If you don't know these things, there's many avenues, but if you want a team to help you, you want somebody to help you hands-on, one-on-one, you won't get that with most people. And that's what we're providing with the Purposeful Trading Academy that I believe will be extremely, extremely great for your knowledge base on trading penny stocks, right? So be on time for the market open is another excellent, not just great, but it's another excellent tool because if you're supposed to be there at 9:30, right? 9:30 is the time where everything starts off, and you're not there before that time, whether it be 20, 30 minutes, just to be able to get yourself together and actually get to work at seeing what's moving in the day, what are the key levels, and getting yourself ready for those moves and for those trades, then you're going to be at a disadvantage more so than everyone else who's already up, who already ready, who already understands like a pro. They put themselves in the best position to actually trade these stocks. So that's what it's about. It's not about you just being there on a big ticker or a ticker that's up 200% in a day or more, and you're just saying, "Oh man, I just bought this stock." Because what if you didn't check it out and saw that the market cap was super, super huge, and that might be the very maximum amount of gain that that stock can possibly have because of the huge market cap that it has and the huge, other areas that it has. So if you can't factor in a lot of different things at one time, then you cannot be in the business of trading. Trading is a business. Trading is in the money game. You're trading this to make a profit. It's not for anything other than that. So when you look at it like that, when you look at it like, all right, I can feed my kids. Like that's why we have the Purposeful Trading Academy. And the reason I say that is because it tries to focus you in on your purpose of the trade. If you have a purpose for the trade, now look at it in a way of saying, if I make this trade and I read the key levels correctly and it works my way, then guess what? I can use this money to do X. I can use this money to go with my wife and we can go get married and have a wedding. We can go do pay for college for our kids, or we can set up a college fund for our kids, or we can just create a business fund for our kids. This is what the type of things that you should be thinking about. That's what business people think about. They think about the outcome of what they do and what can happen if they do things successfully and they keep something in order. So they don't just show up late because they have, no reason to be there. That's one big thing that really, really, really takes a lot of traders to the next level. Being there on time, which means being there a little bit earlier than 9:30. Next, don't just put money in something to see what will happen. Just because you're putting money in something, the market doesn't owe you a dime. Okay? Just because you learn about investing or trading, especially trading, not investing more so. But if you're trading a penny stock that's up 25%, you don't know why it's up, and you don't know how far it can go. You don't know any levels. You don't know anything, and you buy the top. And now, as soon as you buy the top, it's down 10, 15%, and it dumps on you, and you end up being down 40, 50% of your investment, is because you didn't know that this place actually had a public offering coming up. So you didn't know any of these things. You didn't know that this company was bankrupt. You didn't know these things. So you didn't take into account, okay, maybe I need to be more cautious with this stock. You didn't do that. And when you just put money in something to see what will happen, that's what happens to people. They end up, even though it may work for a few times, there'll be one day, and it's not hating on anybody, but it just happens. It's like when you don't really know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing seems like it's working until it doesn't anymore. Because then it needs a pro, right? Anybody can do something when everything's moving up, everything's just moving up. But there'll be one day where everything isn't just going up, everything isn't rebounding, and you'll need to know how to trade key levels, resistance, support, VWAP, all these different things, all these technical analysis type things to help you be a trader, trading like it is a business. Step two, create a plan. There's a lot of people who fail to plan, which means they are planning to fail. I know we hear that a lot, but you don't understand that if you plan, you are planning and you have a success rate. Now, the success rate goes up immediately with the minimized losses also becoming a controlled factor, which means you have just given yourself a minimized risk. That means you know if this key level of support or the floor ground, like I always try to call it, the structure, if that structure doesn't hold, right? If the floor and the ground that you're in right now, the one that you're standing on top of, if it caves in, I'm pretty sure you're gonna try to run to where there is support, right? Or you're gonna run out the room. Same thing with a trade. If the support cracks, if you're buying, and same thing if you're shorting. If the top level pushes through, if you're shorting, you have to get out of the trade. You have to. That is what's going to help you become a more profitable trader just by being in the game longer than anybody else because you're not using all your capital and losing it all on one trade because you were stubborn and weren't able to stop out or get out of the trade at the certain key levels, right? So number two, you have a clear purpose. You have a purpose to be in a trade. Your purpose is X because of X, and if X keeps going in the certain direction I wanted to go, then I will stay in the stock until it proves differently. And I'll take profits, or if it goes the opposite way, which when you have a clear purpose, you put yourself in the best position to look for clear charts, right? That's if you know what you're talking about, just like we talked about in step one, knowing the business, right? You have to know the lingo and the different things. Well, that feeds into number two. You can't create a plan if you don't know what you're doing and not treating everything like a business. So as you do this, right? Clear purpose. You know if you're gonna stop out, when you're gonna stop out. You know when you're gonna let the trade keep going, and if you're gonna let the trade keep going, and you know when you're gonna take profits, right? So that's another great thing. You know where you'll take profits. I've had many trades where I had a huge gain, and well, not many. I've had a few trades. I say about 4 or 5, especially this year where I was up, you know, 10, 20% on the trade, and I just didn't take the profits. And I didn't take the profits because I didn't. I wanted to test to see how far it could go, just because everything's been going crazy, which is not a true strategy, and I know that. And I still wanted to test it, right? So I had to even look at my trades and make sure that I stayed the course, and that's when everything continued to pick up. So when you don't take profits and have a profit area where you at least take 75, 85% of your profits and let the other 15% ride, then you're not allowing yourself to be able to capture what you really worked for, right? That's the reason why you work so hard to understand the charts, why you try to understand the lingo of the business of trading, is simply so you can pay yourself. And at the end of the day, if you have an opportunity to pay yourself near where you thought your analysis told you that you could actually be paid, then I mean that's perfect, you know. And anything else after that, look, it may be something after that, but 9 times out of 10, as far as I'm trading, it's usually about the best where the stock usually goes because I have a pretty good sense of analyzing where the trade can go. So after I create a plan, I know where I can take profits. I minimize my risk level, so I don't have a strong risk level I don't have a loose risk level that will allow me to lose more than I want. I have a clear purpose and it allows me to analyze the facts. When you create a plan, you're not thinking about what may happen here. I'm praying that this is gonna happen. I'm a man of faith, but I understand that there are some concrete things. That things are concrete. Just like the Bible says, no man can please God except he has faith. There's the same thing in stocks where if the support level cracks, you look, you're not going to, if you buy at the very top and that support level cracks from the top, what's going to happen is it's going to dip. And when it dips down, there's going to be a lot of sellers because there are a lot of people now selling because they believe that this stock will continue to go down because it has moved from being on the uptrend, which means it's going up and it's stationary, going up to going on a downtrend, right? And so next we have step three. Step three is paper trade. So you can open up account with my favorite long strategy broker, TD Ameritrade, and they're very, very trader friendly, especially if you are going long, buying stocks, which 90% of traders do is go long. I like to do a little bit of both longs and shorts. So there's many. I mean, you have Trade Zero America, and they are a really good broker as well for short selling. Amazing broker for short selling. So there are many brokers, but paper trading with TD Ameritrade is probably the best bet. You can open up an account. It's absolutely free, and I mean you can put the minimal amount of however much you want in there to trade. If you want to start off with 50, 100, $500, whatever, $200, you know, we have a $200 challenge and we're allowing, you know, it to grow and it's been doing really well this year. So we want you to try to paper trade, which simply means you're trading with fake money or you're trading with computer generated money. So you may see 100, $1,000 in that account. Is not any money that you can take out, unfortunately. Not yet, anyways, because you haven't earned that. That is actual money that you practice with. And if you can practice, you can get a lot better. You can get a lot better on your strategy, a lot better and clearer with your strategy. And the biggest thing is, focus only on your trading plan. Please don't try to focus on the money because, like I said, you'll have a huge sum of money, but that doesn't necessarily mean just because you make 500 or $5,000 that you had a great trade. Maybe you got in at a really, really bad spot and you added a whole bunch in towards the bottom of a dip, not knowing that it was going to come back up, but just hoping and praying it was going to come back up, which is not what we're looking for. You want to try to trade to get the hang of whatever strategy that you're doing. And especially you guys who are in the Purposeful Trading Academy, you want to be able to focus on trading the best plan, getting in, sticking to your plan, ride in your plan. And lastly, don't trade sloppy just because there's a lot of money in there. All right, just because there's a lot of money inside of the trial account doesn't mean you can just do that with your regular money. So even when I was using a trial account, I would feel the pain of losing in a trade only if I sized in too big and I knew it was a bad entry point, or B, I was letting it go past my actual stop loss. And that means I let it go past the point of where I said I would cut the trade or I would be wrong if this didn't happen. It's like a hypothesis, guys. If and then. If it does what I wanted to do, then I will hold the stock until it shows me otherwise, right? And I have a purpose and I have a minimal amount of profit that I want to get. So if it gets to this certain amount, then I'm going to take at least X out of it. I may take 60%, 70%, 80%, but I want to be paid for that stock at this price. And if the stock is doing it before that price, and you make a few percent less than what you want, who cares? You're making money on the market and you're not going to a job to make that money work for you. So that's the best thing I can say. Those are the three steps that I would say are very, very detrimental for a lot of traders that lose, and very, very, very a part of every trader who wins. It's a part of why I made 20,000 in 1 month, over 20,000 in 1 month um, last year, and it's a part of why I made a lot of these big numbers. 8K in a day, 8,700, 7,500, all of these type of trades, and these things are what we go over in our room. And lastly, that reminds me, I just want to put you guys to see now, Purposeful Trading Academy is coming very soon. There's been a lot of people asking. We actually are opening up this weekend, upcoming weekend. We're opening up and we're having Zoom one-on-one calls with each and every trader to actually get the scoop on how traders trade and how the traders actually want to be better at what they do. So we have a couple of guys now. We're only accepting 12 applicants. So we really want you guys to come in. We have a high level of people, and we want to be picking the best people that we believe will be able to be the best traders based on what we hear in the interview. So we want you guys to come through the Zoom and actually come ready, prepared to talk trading, talk about, what are your goals, what are the things you want to do, and we want to help you on the technical side. No one can be guaranteed money. I can't guarantee you that you will have a lot of money after this, but I can guarantee you that you have all the tools and knowledge and education based on all of my years of trading and all of my losses and wins, because losses are also the most I said the most kept tool, because you keep these things to help you grow and to help others grow as well. So if I can keep you from firing up an account the way I have before in the past, I want you to um, be able to do so. Right before I made X amount, right? I want you to get those same values that I got when I was, going through the grinder, trying to find out, you know, what's the consistency of my trading gonna come from? What is it gonna come from? Right. And so I want to help you with that. Thank you so much for allowing me in advance. Love you guys. And it's another purposeful day. And I thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Until next time. See you guys later.